Diwali celebrations and Indian Arrival Day celebrations, and was always so supportive of the committee and the
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल भंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नाम जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाये तव जय गाता जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Shastras, in which it says, हमारे भविष्य हमारे बच्चों के हाथों में है. The future of a nation lies in the hands of the children. And if you have seen the children here this evening, it's a proof that tomorrow will be taken care of because we have given them the opportunity. We have provided the avenue to guide and to mold the children of tomorrow. I take the pleasure of introducing one of the master of ceremonies for this evening. I would like you all to put your hands together for Sri Naresh Raghunanan, very hard worker. He's employed with Republic Bank of Trinidad and Tobago and a tremendous hard worker and activist. And I welcome him this evening here at Gulf City.
testing for sound. Jai Sitaram everyone, and a happy Indian Arrival Day to each and every one of you. As a colleague, because he's my revered elder, Pandit Ravi Bharati Ji, the spiritual head of the Paramdham Ashram, who is joining me on stage today to assist with the Master of Ceremonies duties. When placed on a stage with someone of the prolific talent and expansive knowledge as Ravi, as Bharati Ji here, it's difficult for me to do my normal long speeches that you all are accustomed to for Diwali and other Indian Arrival Day. I will have to take backstage to Ji this evening. But we've all gathered here to celebrate not just a day that some people came on a boat from a faraway land. It has been almost, actually more than a century and a half since that epic journey across the Kala Pani, that great black ocean. 172. Thank you very much, Ji. What has taken place since then that we are here to celebrate today? And that is not a statement, that is a question. Because each and every one of us has a different reason for celebrating Indian Arrival Day. I may like Indian Arrival Day because it gives me an opportunity and an excuse to go to the Indian Expo and buy a new kurta. But for you, it may carry more symbolic and prolific meaning. And during the course of this afternoon into this evening, we hope that we can touch with this program the reason why each and every one of you celebrate Indian Arrival Day.
With this, on behalf of the Gulf City Management, we'd like to call upon Mrs. Sarah Raghunath to bring greetings to all of us here on behalf of Gulf City Management.
Master of Ceremonies, invited guests, loyal shoppers, tenants, a pleasant good afternoon. I wish to extend a blessed Indian Arrival Day to all. It has been a long journey for which we are grateful to our ancestors. They stepped out of India in good faith to make a better future for themselves and their family. If they could only see us now, their sacrifice set out a path of opportunity for themselves and those who come after them. Their memory must be honored, treasured, appreciated, and praised. If anything, we have a strong heritage on which to build. We can learn from them that we can gain strength from our adversities and pursue a better life each day that we live. Today, we too are ancestors for those yet to come. Let's put forth our best efforts as our ancestors did for us. Hopefully, one day they'll remember us with blessings as we remember ours with blessings. As a mall, we too are proud to celebrate together with the original Indian Arrival Day Committee, Indian Arrival Day 2017. As we honor our local icons, we feel proud and blessed to have them in our presence. Today, we sincerely thank you for your contributions to society. Our efforts, together with the sons of the pioneers, who never ever disappointed us, is to educate and share this journey with all who pass through our mall, Gulf City, the only mall that hosts Indian Arrival Day celebrations. Nevertheless, it has been an honor as we too got a chance to appreciate this rich heritage through music, dance, clothing, food, and lifestyle. To Mr. Singh from Anand's Gold Design and the Sons of the Pioneers, tenants, shoppers, invited guests, thank you all for coming and happy Indian Arrival Day to all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sarah. It has two parts in that. The Indian and the arrival. Because for us to have come, we would have had to leave. But when they disembarked from the Fatal Razak and other ships that brought our forefathers to Trinidad, they had a unique opportunity for the melting of cultures. One of my favorite musical instruments, my favorite ensemble of musical instruments, is the tassa. And it's not because it gives us an opportunity to enjoy ourselves listening to good music and probably getting a little bit of exercise in with some dancing. But tassa is a perfect example of what beauty comes about with the meshing of cultures. A lot of Trinidadians think that tassa is Indian that was exported to Trinidad. That is not so. Tassa, in the ensemble that you will see it with the jal, the bass, the fule, and the cutter, is unique to Trinidad. The pieces you may find in different parts of India, but the ensemble that we know today as tassa in Trinidad and Tobago is uniquely ours. And anywhere in the world that you go, that you see tassa being played in the format that we know it, know that is an export of your country, of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, to wow you with the beautiful, sweet sounds of tassa, please put your hands together for the Rochard Road All-Stars Tassa Group.
nation. 172 साल पहले हमारे पूर्वजों बहुत दूर से चले आए. 172 years ago, our ancestors from a land afar left on a journey unknown. And I would like you all to understand, when you leave a place to an unknown destination, you are disoriented. Even to settle in after a few days, a few weeks, a few months, it took them a pretty long time to create an environment like their villages back in India. इतने सालों के बाद बहुत काम किया. After all these years, they have performed so many work, so much of hard, intense labor to reach their goals and to achieve their goals in life. In the early days, our ancestors were accustomed to traditional singing of the Ramayana, Kasidas, and that kept them as an inspiration to them to work continuously to achieve their goals. Later on came the film songs, but the film songs were very few. Even the movies were very few in the early days. And to present two songs of the movies, I want you all to put your hand together to welcome on stage Devanand Siraj.
Check sound. Thank you very much, Master of Ceremony, my dear Guruji.
सच है सब जानते तुमको भी है ईमानता नहीं ईमानता नहीं मुश्किल भरी है रस्म मुहब्बत ये जानता ही नहीं हो दिल है कि मानता नहीं दिल है कि मानता नहीं धीरे से मेरे जिंदगी में आना धीरे धीरे से दिल को चुराना तुमसे प्यार हमें है तुमको है बताना धीरे धीरे से मेरी जिंदगी में आना धीरे धीरे से दिल को चुराना कितना जाने जाना तुमसे मिलना तुमको है बताना मुझे देखा दिल को कहीं आराम नहीं मेरे होठों पे एक तेरे सिवा कोई नाम नहीं तुझे देखा दिल को कहीं आराम नहीं
Better than that, please put your hands together one more time for the evening. Testing for sound. Our local culture in Trinidad and Tobago. But when our forefathers came and our culture was new to this world, it was difficult for us to tell our stories to one another. It was difficult for us to pass on the history from one another. Illiteracy was high. It was somewhere in the 75 to 80 percentile of East Indian indentured laborers' descendants, and this was 2 and 3 generations after indentureship came to an end. And because of colonial pressure, the language of Hindi was not being passed on from one generation to the other. But our forefathers persevered, and they came up with songs that told our history, that our children would remember in the language that they all would know, in English. This song that is about to be performed, and if I can get some stage hands to help and if this song is not performed, the Indian Arrival Day celebration is incomplete, and you can tell them that I said so. Because it tells of the epic journey from India to Trinidad, and the hardships that were faced when our forefathers, when the indentured laborers came to Trinidad. And more importantly, it tells of their perseverance. It tells of their strength in the midst of struggle, and it tells of why we are able to celebrate Indian Arrival Day today. Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful young people standing behind me are the members of the Sons of Pioneers Scouts group. These are the Cub Scouts. I want you to welcome them with a lovely round of applause singing O Children of Noble and Ancient Culture.
An ancient culture, awake, the time has come to rise, united with courage and strength together. Rise up, awake, the time is right, O children of noble culture. Our parents came from India land afar, bringing with them their culture. Within them got their dharma, full of joy and hope forever. All they brought with them was their culture. When they came here, they planted upon this land the seeds of the culture that they had brought, united with courage and strength together, in the new home in this land. O children of noble culture, the days and the nights so hard and trying could not destroy their culture, could not destroy their dharma. Full brave and fought like Rama, they were strong and stood like Sita. Full of faith, love and vision, their sons and their daughters rise up to face the task at hand, continuing the work that the fathers have started, building the new home in this land. O children of noble culture, youths of the days, our duty awaits us. Now is no time for weakness, now is the time for action. Let us love and serve one another, let us strive to build our future. Let us join hands and cross this land, continuing the work that our fathers began. Let us show courage and determination, building a new home in this land. O children of noble culture, O children of faith and vision, O children of eternal dharma, O children of strength and courage, O children of brighter future.
Was spoken in the whole of the UP area, the Uttar Pradesh, the entire the north area. Urdu, Sanskrit, Bengali, these are some, even Madrasi, these are some of the languages that they brought with them. Even Sanskrit, some of them could have read. Wherever the British have ruled, they have destroyed the languages. Wherever the Dutch or the French have ruled, they preserved the languages. And this is where our ancestors, they only spoke Bhojpuri or Urdu or Hindi or Sanskrit or Madrasi within the home. And sometimes when they want to speak a secret, they speak in Bhojpuri. But very fortunate was I to have learned Bhojpuri, Hindi, Sanskrit, Marathi, Gujarati, Malayalam. I was very fortunate to have done that. The next item, and the Hindu tradition is about sanskaras. When a child is born, it is a samskara given to the child, an initiation into the path of spirituality. And the songs of yesteryear, we have Chathi, we have Barahi, we have Sohar. Even for the weddings, we have Vivaha Geet, so Vivaha Samskar, even Janma Sanskar, the birth and also Nama Sanskar is given. It is my pleasure to welcome on stage one of the daughters of the pioneers of Indian culture of this country. She was born way down Granville Seagrass side. Now she has moved up to Central. An activist, one who still reads the Ramayana, one who teaches, who's involved in Ram Leela, who's involved in Chautal, all these things. It is my pleasure to introduce the daughter of an icon of the Hollis family. We all have heard of the Hollis family from down Seagrass. She's a daughter of the Hollis family. She's a sister of Budram Hollis. I would like you all to put your hands together as she presents two songs, The Birth of Bhagwan Krishna in Mathura, and that's a Sohar, it's also a Barahi, and also a wedding song, a Vivaha Geet. Let's put our hands together for Rukmini Bipat.
Of our song, our program, Courage. Our ancestors had real courage. After coming through all that Kalapani and to come here and to plant cane in this hot weather, cold weather, all kind of things, mosquito, sandfly, jigger, all kind of things they had to endure. My father wrote a composition to tell us how bad it was. And I want to sing that for you, not for you to feel how bad it was, but for you to know the amount of toil they had to go through, how difficult it was for them. And they never gave up. You know, sometimes when we're doing a problem in school, and you can't get it over, you try one time, two times, three times, you say, look, I give up, yes, I can't do that, I really can't, and then you go to look for help for somebody. They never gave up. When things were hard, they tried to, you know, sometimes things going wrong with you all the time, and people say, oh boy, I'm going through a graph. Well, you know, when you're going through a graph, what you do? You pray to God to ease it up. And their life was based on prayers. When those Indians came from India delivered, they brought with them a whole social system. They brought not only music, song and dance, they brought the food, the language, the religion, everything came with them. The Ramayana books, the Hanuman Chalisa, all these things came with them. And you know, they preserved it from since then till now, through their children. And my parents, we were able to learn all these songs. So this first song I'm going to do says, all the jihadis came on board the Patel Razak. We're talking about Christians, Muslims, Hindus, all. And what they came here for? They came here for a better life, to work and to gain more money. Because in India, times were very hard. When they came here, they were put into the estates under the rule of Sahib. Sahib was the planter who was in charge of the thing. And after 5 years, they had to work for 5 years. After 5 years, they would be given money. And with that money, they could go back to India and see their family, or they can buy land, or they can buy house, or car, whatever they wanted. And most of the Indians at that time, when they got their money, they tried to buy a piece of land for them, for their children, and for them to live. So the song also says, when it was 2 o'clock on morning, every morning, 2 o'clock, it's like a bell. They would get up. Mother and father will get up, cook roti, aloo chokha, baigan takari, whatever it is they had to prepare for themselves to eat when they go out to work. And then when it is 4 o'clock in the morning, on one shoulder they will have the boli with the water hanging, and the next shoulder they have the bag with the food, and they have the pudari, the hoe, the cutlass, whatever tools they needed, and they would forward out in the early morning to work in the fields. Light and hot sun, rain, they're working through all that, you know. You know why? Because they wanted to make their family happy. They wanted to educate their children. They wanted to make sure you had food and clothes and an education. And today, lots and lots of our indentured children are doctors and lawyers. It didn't come overnight. They had to work hard for it. And we being the product of that today, we have to say thanks to all of them. So we are here to say thank you to our ancestors. We celebrate their life. We celebrate the hard work that they put out to ensure their children were educated. They were given money. Some people went back to India to visit their relatives. Some people bought land And I remember my father said the first thing they did was to buy a car because they wanted to move around. And he bought a car. He was one of the first persons to buy a car in that area, in the area of Cedros. And then after that, well, the message of the song says, listen, oh brother and sister, always have courage, like your parents. Always be determined to move forward in life. Never give up. Have faith, have courage, and have trust in the Lord. And everything will go good with you.
Because they're singing their songs and they're talking about the wedding ceremony and everything that will come. And they're making their play and they're enjoying themselves and their culture. If you're anything like me, local classical singing is really one of the most beautiful art forms, one of the most beautiful gifts East Indians gave to Trinidad and Tobago. It gave us chutney, from which came chutney soca. It gave us an opportunity and a way of celebrating everything that we had to celebrate. On the stage now, we have two legends of local classical singing, Mr. Raul Ranjit Singh and Mr. Devanand Sukram. They are coming to give us some songs that tell the story of our people. Accompanying them, and no local classical selection is completed without the supporting musicians. On the dolak, we have Dolak Maestro, Mr. Niranjan Singh, and on the dantal, we have Mr. Vikash Sipasad. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Raul Ramjit Singh and Mr. Devanand Sukram.
सद्गुण की सेवा करो, निर्गुण का करो ज्ञान, निर्गुण सद्गुण के परे भवतः हमारा ज्ञान। काहे बनी नादानी नादान, काहे बनी नादान सकीरी, रब से लगा Thank you. Thank you very much.
Day after day as I journey through the storm,
I remember one scenario with my Aja. जब हम छोटे थे, when I was very small, probably about 4 or 5 years of age, my Aja said to me, "Beta, चल बे हमारे साथ, come let's go." तो मैंने इनसे पूछा, I asked Aja, "अरे आजा कहाँ ले जाइबे? Where are you taking me?" He said, "चल बे ना यार." He said, "Come let's go." I went with Aja. In the mango field, Aja picked about 5 or 10 ripe mangoes. As a little boy, I could not eat more than 2 mangoes. I had 2 ripe mangoes to eat. Aja had about 8 ripe mangoes. And then one strange thing Aja did. I saw him took the cutlass, he dug some holes and he planted the seeds on the soil. And I began to laugh. And मैंने पूछा, I asked Aja, अरे आजा क्या करत हो? What are you doing? I said, अरे चुप बे यार, तू कुछ नहीं समझ आवत हो. He said, keep your little quiet, you understand nothing. This is what he told me. तो मैंने इनसे पूछा, I asked him, तो हमको बतियावा ना, please tell me. Then Aja said to me, what I am doing today, I am sowing the seeds so the generation tomorrow will benefit. So I began to laugh. I said, Aja, you will not be around tomorrow because Aja was already 85. He said, that's a lesson I want to teach you, my son. I will not be around to reap the fruits of these trees. And he said to me, you, your sons, your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren will benefit from this one action of mine today. Our ancestors laid the foundation and we are reaping the fruits of what they have sown. And I paid tribute to all the ancestors. And I still remember all the stories of my nani. Ego Raja Rahalba, Ego Rani Rahalba. Once there was a king and a queen. Raja ke paas 3 bitiya hai. All these stories I still remember. But my nani used to teach me, my aji used to teach me. I was very fortunate to have been brought up in an environment where values were taught to us. And I have passed these values to my children. I'm asking you, have you passed any values to your children, to your grandchildren, through stories? We have forgotten how to tell stories today, all because we have no time for our children. And that is where we are falling short as parents. Today we are going to honor those who have laid a foundation for us. And I would like to call upon these individuals on stage. I know some cannot make it on stage, so we're going to come down and do it because of their physical condition. And we're going to invite the rest to come on stage as we read their biodata. First, I would like to call upon Swamiji, Bhagwan Das ji, if it's possible for you to make it to the stage. And also, I'm going to call him Ma Rameshwar Singh, yes. I'm very close to all these individuals. आज उंगली थाम के तेरे तुझे मैं कल हाथ पकड़ना मेरा जब मैं बूढ़ा हो जाऊं तू मिला तो मैंने पाया जीने का नया सहारा मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन जग में मेरा राज दुलारा Today my parents hold my hands and teach me how to walk. But when they have become old tomorrow, I now hold my parents' hands and teach them how to walk. Next, I would like to call upon Rukmini Bipat. Then I would like to call, I know it's difficult for Uma Bodramji to come on stage. Mahanji. Mahanji kahan gaye? Abhi to yahan pe the na?
This is a page from Mahant Brijlal Bechu.
So while we are waiting on Mahanji, who just stepped out to come back, I will read the biodata of Pujaniya Swami Bhagwan Das ji. In a remote village in Pinal, Lachus Road and Goodman Trace. Actually, we are from both of us are from the same village. I grew up knowing him from a little child. Grew up with his grandparents in Goodman Trace, Lachus Road, Pinal. He was exposed to the Indian culture from a very tender age. Because his grandfather or grandparents, they were laborers. They were indentured laborers all the way from Bharat Desha. At the age of 8, he was already turning the pages of the Ramayana, the Sri Ramcharitmanas. At a very early age, he became a Pandit. He is versed in 4 languages: English, Sanskrit, Spanish, and English, Hindi, Sanskrit, and Spanish. Studied at York Community College in New York, where he holds a BSc in Marketing Management, ACI, the Associate Degree Institution of Commerce in London. He is the founder of the Jivan Sudhara Ashram in Timal Trace in Clark Road, Penal. A social worker, a social activist. He was a recipient of a scholarship from the Oneness University in India. And I must say, Pujaniya Swamiji Bhagwan Das Ji has made a tremendous contribution. He has spent an entire life serving a society, serving a community. Let's put our hands together for Pujaniya Swami Bhagwan Das Ji. I now kindly ask one of the children with a garland, with a mala of love of the present generation to the elders of the nation. And the hamper. We'll need someone to help these elders with the hampers because they might get nara. Pujaniya Swamiji, on behalf of the Sons of the Pioneers, a token of our appreciation. When last Ola eat Saijan, Ola drink Saijan tea? I'm telling you.
The other side. Go on the other side.
Barry, you'll have to hold it, Swamiji, because of the weight of it. Om da davyamiti yaddanam diyate nupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satukam smritam. It's an act of appreciation to the elders of our nation. Mahanji. I'm now going to read the biodata of Ma Asha Rameshwar Singh, 82 years of age. Born as Aisha Hasim Panchu in the year 1935 to Hasim and Amira Panchu. She was the 3rd child of 11 sisters and 4 brothers. I really appreciate and I understand the joy of having children because I only have 9 daughters. And the beauty about it, in that era, children were a bundle of joy. The present generation of children today tell me that one child is a burden. And if you see a child as a burden, you can never enjoy your children in life. And Ma is the 3rd of 11 sisters and 4 brothers. You see how productive our parents were and grandparents were? At the age of 19, Ma got married and she has 8 children, of which Anand is the eldest. I was just telling Lata. Where is Lata? Yes, I was just telling Lata. She told me she has 3 and she has full. I said, I want to get 4 more from you. Or if you want to match up with Ma, 8 of them. But the present generation is not prepared for responsibilities like that. Then, all her children are involved, they were involved in the Hindu Seva Sangh. And even in spite of all the trials and tribulations Ma have gone through, her strength, her faith in her dharma kept her. And this is how beautiful she looks today. Black and white, pepper and salt. Maintenance free. You see, like me, maintenance free. She continues to be an inspiration to her children, to her grandchildren, and her great-grandchildren. Ma, on the occasion of the Indian Arrival Day, please accept this offering as an act of our love for you and our appreciation for your contribution. To all your children, from all of us. Now the plaque and then the hamper. We can never repay the elders for their contribution. The first person to be awake in the morning is our mother. The last person to go to bed at night is our mother. Everything is done by the mother, 99%. Please, fathers, don't be angry with me. Your presence happened to be the greatest inspiration to the children. The next one will be, as I mentioned earlier, she has come from a family who has made a tremendous contribution to culture. Born all the way down to the southernmost part of this country, Granville Cedrus, her mother and father, they were great stalwarts and icons in culture. The amount of songs her father had written, the amount of songs her brother have sung, the amount of songs she also have sung, she have also recorded, she have also written, the amount of books, Vivaha Geet, wherein songs, Janma Geet, or birthday songs, even Antyeshri Samskar Geet, funeral songs, she have all written together with her father, together with others, recorded it, and has a book that accompanies it, so that the next generation will appreciate what this generation have done. She has made a tremendous contribution to culture, formerly known as Rukmini Hollis, now Rukmini Bipat, born on the 22nd of July 1952, graduated at Point Foreign College with O and A levels, graduated Current Teachers College at Teachers Diploma, married to Adhar Bipat and became Rukmini Hollis Bipat. She lives in central Trinidad. You see, yesterday I was talking about this. We have our khatia, but we give up the khatia. Remember Maharajan sells the khatia to buy a Simon's bed? Today we given up Saijan. We given up Jhingi, Lauki, Ninwa, Satputia for foreign food, which is all junk food. This is why every single day, for 365 days to the year, I eat Saijan, I drink Saijan tea leaf, and I eat Saijan bhaji. And I'm still looking good. All because the elders of our nation taught us what is beneficial. They gave us what is beneficial, not what we want in life. What they cook, we eat, not what we want to eat. And being involved in Ramayana, in Satsang, in Ramlila, this individual has made a tremendous contribution. It is our duty to pay tribute to Rukmini Hollis Bipat. Let's put our hands together for a daughter of the soil, all the way from the south. You know, I always say it, the south has most of the talents that produce most of the musicians of this country, the intellectuals of this country. But gradually, as we gain name and fame, we leave the Southland and we move to Central. For what reason, I don't know. Or because you're married and going up there, you cannot bring the Dulaha down south, you know. I now hand you over to Naresh ji, who will do the next few honoraries.
Before I do the two honorees that are here, that are left, I'd like to call a longtime school friend of mine from all the way back in Irie High School days, Kamala Ji, because one of our honorees is not here, and she will be giving us the bio. For somebody, when they told me her correct name today, I had no idea who they were talking about, because I grew up calling her Kaki because she was everybody in the village's aunt. She's not well and unable to make it today, but at least we had an excuse to call on the stage our famous radio personality and cultural icon, Camilla Butcheri. So Camilla.
Thank you very much. Co-Master of Ceremonies, Naresh. Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum. Aapka hardik swagat hai. A warm welcome once more to our Indian Arrival Day celebrations here at Gulf City with the Sons of the Pioneers Scout Group. Now, Namaste and Assalamu Alaikum, you would know, those are the greetings that our foreparents would have used to greet each other, to give salutations and to just saying pleasantries as you meet someone throughout the day. The person whom I will be speaking about is very short. She's actually my Aji's sister. And just as Naresh said, I know her and many people know her in the village as Cook Mausi. And when I asked my father, I said, why do we call her Cook Mausi? He said, because long ago in her younger days, she had a Coca-Cola shape. And because of that, she was known as Cook Mausi. So I just wanted to share that bit with you. She is 91 years of age, and due to not feeling well and also slight issues with her vision, she's unable to be here. But what I can share with you is that she was originally from Basta Hall, and when I asked, I remember a couple of years ago I was asking her, and she said, Basta Hall. That's how they would pronounce it. She said, I come from Basta Hall. She, together with my Aji, who was also married into Rock Road, she is known as Baby Dookie. And when she got married, she resided in Bunsey Trace, Pinal Rock Road, and then became known as Baby Dookie Dularchan. She worked the rice fields and the sugarcane plantations tirelessly, arduously. And with that, she also mothered 9 children, 5 girls and 4 boys. Of course, she has grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Unfortunately, she cannot be here this evening with us, but I would like for us to give her a very hearty round of applause for the achievements which she would have made in her village as a woman with her children, and of course as a sugarcane and rice field worker. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Age of 90 how much? 91. That is my neighbor. She still does everything for herself. And you will often see her offering her gel in the front of the house in the morning, and always has a warm smile for you as you pass and you say good morning and sit down. We have 3 more honorees to go through, but one of our honorees would like to grace us with some blessings. Swami Bhagwandas has asked for the opportunity to sing us 2 lines of a song, and we're going to give him that opportunity now before we move forward. Swamiji.
So, thank you. First of all, brothers and sisters, let me say that our ancestors have come from India, and they have taken a very brave chance to come into the unknown. So I'm going to sing just 1 verse, and then I will tell you that I've been born here in Trinidad, and I'm only of East Indian descent. I'm not a citizen of the East. I'm a Trinidadian. So 2 verses, please bear with me. I know the entertainment time has gone. So please, the first one. Just 1 verse in each one of these 2 songs. आया है, ट्रिनिडाड में आया है, भारत के छोड़कर यहाँ में आया है, ओ आया है, ट्रिनिडाड में आया है, भारत के छोड़कर यहाँ में आया है। फातल रज़ाक ये के पहला जहाज था, 1845 में आया था, 160 बरस यहाँ में बीत गया, यहाँ में बीत गया। आया है, ट्रिनिडाड में आया है, भारत के छोड़कर यहाँ में आया है, ओ नया जिंदगी के लिए यहाँ में आया है, यहाँ में आया है। So, brothers and sisters, no matter wherever I go, I'm called a Trini. Though I'm of East Indian descent, I'm not a citizen of India. I'm a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. And Trinidad Republic देश हमारा, हमारा तुम्हारा, हमारा तुम्हारा। ओ Trinidad Republic देश हमारा, हमारा तुम्हारा, हमारा तुम्हारा। Some came from India and Africa, making their homeland here. Some came from India and Africa, making their homeland here. Working hand in hand, it's we who build this land. Working hand in hand, it's we who build this land. God bless this nation, Republic Trinidad. O Trinidad, Republic देश हमारा, हमारा तुम्हारा, हमारा तुम्हारा, हमारा तुम्हारा, हमारा तुम्हारा. Someday probably you all might hear the whole song. So this evening I've just given you one verse of each one. So I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you.
Our next honoree, her bio took me by surprise. I have known this young lady for a number of years in my place of work. Her humility, her beauty, her patience, and her understanding understates this amazing biography I was given to read. She was born on the 22nd of May 1943. For those of you who are not familiar with Kumari Uma Budram, she is the first vocal music student to attain a music degree under Professor Harishankar Adesh, a national of India who came to Trinidad in 1966 and established the Bharatya Vidya Sansthan, commonly known as BVS. As a child, she loved to sing and became a singer in the village. She took her musical traits from her mother and grandparents. While working at Standard Motors Supply in Port of Spain, her luck struck when she was introduced to Professor Harishankar Adesh. She started to go to music class where she was introduced to different styles of classical singing, Indian classical singing, and developed a love and an interest for classical music. She then made a long-playing record named Indian Music Across the Seven Seas, Indian, classical, and other styles of Indian music. And she also hosted programs on Radio 610. She has obtained a BA in Indian classical music and has conducted her own classes for students over a long time. Ill health may have slowed her down, but she continues to contribute to her society. Anyone who has come across programs and compilations of hers in keeping the tradition of our culture, truly understand what it means to be East Indian descendant in Trinidad and Tobago. Two strokes couldn't slow her down, and we are totally elated and joyful to have her here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Uma Budram. Don't press down the hamper, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Uma Budram. Our next honoree is someone who it was said that I can speak of him without anything in writing. So I am totally ad-lib here. The man is so vast that I could stand here for hours and speak about him and not find an end to the story. I know him to be a member of the family, a businessman and a community leader. He was also at one point in time the head of the Panduranga Cultural Group in Penal Rock Road, where he led this organization to many Chowtal trophies. It was the fostering ground of Indian culture in Penal Rock Road. From Diwali celebrations to holy car burning, this young man was a champion in every aspect of religious Indian culture. He is now a senior spiritual leader at the Kabir Charamat, and he is an essential part of all their activities. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mahant Brijdal Bechu. And while we're finishing the honoring of Mahant Ji, I would like to invite to the microphone Mr. Lindsay Sahai, who is going to give us the bio information for our next honoree. So, Mr. Sahai.
I'm speaking on behalf of Mr. Roy Mutu, who has been a member of the 3rd Trinidad Sea Scout group since 1941. And like 4 years after, he became a leader in the group because of there was a shortage of leaders around that time. And he served, while serving at his scouting days in 3rd Trinidad, he received his King Scout Award, and he worked along with one of his senior leaders, Fulton Sunarai. But Mr. Mutu originally is from the Duncan Village area, and his heart has always been with Duncan Village. And in 1952, he returned to Duncan Village to open the 31st Trinidad Sea Scout group, which is attached to the Canaan Presbyterian Church. As a member, he served there for a very long period, becoming the district commissioner for the Naparima district. He had served there until his time of resignation. At this moment, he is not enjoying the best of health, but we do wish him all the best. And I'm sorry that he cannot be here, but his heart is still in scouting, and he has continued to speak with me on a weekly basis on the happenings of scouting. And on behalf of everyone here, I would like to pay tribute to Mr. Roy Mutu.
Of the Sons of Pioneers Scout Group, who will receive the awards on behalf of Mr. Mutu, and we will ensure that it gets to him afterwards. I would love to see you all gala and Ritesh. Yes. I think Ritesh, that is not yours, huh? Just letting you know that that is not yours. I know him too well. He will go home and say, Ma, look what I buy. Right, so I would like all the able-bodied gentlemen who are here to assist these very young, sprightly people from the stage. I don't want any accidents. Entertainment, and something that I have been looking forward to since I heard that he is our feature speaker. But before we get to our feature speaker, who will be bringing us a message on Indian Arrival Day, and only the way that he can do it, I would like to invite some young, beautiful angels to the stage. They are members of the Sons of Pioneers Scout Group, and they are coming to you to give you a dance. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for members of the Sons of Pioneers Scouts Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Rishman Samantha Kanai. Honoree at last year's Indian Arrival Day celebration, and I think we made him class valedictorian last year as well. As long as I have known myself in my short 30-something years existence, we'll leave it at 30-something, I have known this gentleman as part of Indian culture and advocating for the development and proliferation, the procreation of Hinduism in Trinidad and Tobago. I take the liberties to be a little controversial. Not everybody likes what he has to say, but I'll tell you something, everybody needs to listen to what he has to say. His words are sometimes not soft and sweet, but they are always true. He is one of the stalwarts of Hinduism and Indian culture in Trinidad and Tobago, and if not for the fire that boils in his belly, we may not have been able to stand here and celebrate today. He's a gentleman who holds nothing but respect in my heart and my mind, because what he would have done and the battles that he would have fought for Indian culture in Trinidad and Tobago, I don't think I have the backbone for it. Ladies and gentlemen, our feature speaker for this evening, put your hands together for Mr. Dindyal Maharaj.
Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. You know, you have said so many things that you cut my time a little short. Firstly, I want to congratulate the organizers of this Indian Arrival Day function here this evening. I sat, I listened, and I looked at your preparation. If I had to do what you have done here this evening in your displays, I would have needed an acre plan. But look at what you have done with the limited space. So well designed and so well orchestrated that every single item that our ancestors used in order to bring about their livelihood and to bring forth us as children, you have done it so well. So what you have really done here today, you have created history on this national event of Indian Arrival Day, Ananji. The Scout movement is a very great movement. And every item that was performed on this stage here this evening, I want to congratulate every single one of the artists. And not only them, congratulate their parents for being so mindful of the future. And to all the retirees, all the people who, you know, got their token of appreciation, we must say how thankful we are. And especially to the management of the Gulf City Mall, one of the best malls in the whole Caribbean. This is where you're sitting here this evening. I know somebody by the name of Jack Ramuta Singh and Batu. Well, we are going into all of that this evening. But they have laid a foundation here which gives us hope for the future. When you look at this mall, how it is structured, and especially when you can designate a whole week of Indian Arrival Day in an institution like this, we all are proud. We are proud people. Wherever our ancestors is, may their soul rest in peace. You know, I've listened to all the entertainers, but what are we doing? After all these, we receive all this cultural entertainment from these individuals who have sacrificed their time. And most of the times when they go to perform, they have to do it free. But we in the Hindu Festival Society yesterday opened the Budram Bolas Cultural Institute, a living icon in this country, who have contributed not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but all over the world. We must do something for our people where history will repeat itself, and the children. And boy, I have no words to express how happy and proud I am about the contribution you are making. You are really creating an environment which will live on. But when you come to that, I pay tribute to you, Anandji, and you are a good leader. If you was not a good leader, you wouldn't have all these followers that is following you. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it right. You know, a lot of things were said about our ancestors and so on, but I want to share with you some experience that some of them will tell me from time to time what happened to them on that journey from India to the Caribbean. How horrible, how evil, how wicked, and how cruel they had suffered to come to Trinidad and Tobago. But they came here in a very humble way, and they were given the worst pieces of land. The worst pieces of land in this country, the white man. The British government gave them the worst land, and you know they make it in the best thing. That's why we have Gulf City today, Anna. This was a swamp. This used to be a pasture where the farmers used to mine cows. And today we have Gulf City. Praise our ancestors for an institution like this in this land. When I look at all these children who performed here today, culture is one thing that we have to invest in. As parents, we must invest in our children. And this is how the world will become a more civilized place to live. Education is power. You know, when Rukmini say how much doctors and lawyers and things, and how much bankers and all, but why is it some of our people are forgetting where they came from? What is the reason for this? Is it ingratitude, or some of us are ungrateful to our forefathers? I don't want a song too harsh. I don't want a song too harsh, but I want a song fair. It hurts me to know. I mean, look at what is happening here. This is one of the best celebrations that this country could have ever witnessed, because this here for a whole week. And I came here on a few occasions, and I listened to people, intellectual people, who commend the structure and the presentation that this scout group has made here today. So today, what I will say, in spite of all the difficulties, we have progress, and we are moving on. We want to say congratulations, Anand, to the Muslim community. Indian Arrival Day is not Hindu Indian Arrival Day. It is all Indian Arrival Day in this country. I'm so proud to see the booth with the Muslim fixtures. So congratulations to them. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh ke saade, sabko mere salam. That is a code that we must always have in our mind. So today, Anand, congratulations to each and every one of you. And we want to thank you. Indian Arrival Day is really on the 30th, but the amount of celebration it is having throughout this country, it is a very successful event. So thank you and God bless you.
Members of the organizing committee would like to honor you for your contributions to East Indian culture and to thank you very much for your words of wisdom and inspiration. The young men of our generation would do well to take example behind Mr. Maharaj.